Hello, hello. So I'm sitting here in the garden and I was thinking, what is it that I love about being in the garden, right? Um, I get to be in the garden. It's my peaceful place, and I had made a post the other day talking about how it said what I captioned it where I be at because this is where I be at, right? And this is where I am free and peaceful, and like it's so quiet. I can hear nature. I can hear my thoughts. uh Sometimes I do play music, but typically it's going to be something soft. It's not sometimes I'll just play instrumental jazz in the garden because that's just super peaceful for me. um Also, I don't gotta comb my hair for the garden. I don't gotta do nothing special for the garden. Just me. And gardening is like the purest thing for real. Also, I know what's in and on my food. Last night I was canning and preserving some of the stuff I got out of the garden. I did some pickles, and I did some zucchini and squash, some peppers. I did all those things, right, with certain, specific recipes for each. And I was just thinking about the fact that I get to grow this stuff and I get to keep it for a year or more. Some people say that when you're preserving your food, it's shelf stable for a year. Um, I've heard other things. I don't know, but typically it's gonna be gone within a year anyway because we're gonna eat it, right? We're gonna eat it in the like when we don't have any cucumbers and pickles growing. That's when we're gonna eat it. The fresh stuff we eating fresh now. Anyway, gardening to me is the peace of life. It is the solitude that we get to have if we choose it. For me, I chose gardening because I saw the cultivation, I saw the seed planting, I saw the watering, I saw the weeding and pruning. Um, and that's what was happening with me. Like the inner workings of me, right? Where I don't need all the outside stuff anymore. I don't need to put a bunch of makeup on my face. I don't need to put lashes on. I don't need to put weave on or anything like that because it doesn't help me in any way. You know what I'm saying? I'm secure in who I am now versus me thinking I was loving myself back then, where all the inner workings of me was messed up. No, like I used to pretend to be happy. I used to pretend in front of people. I used to pretend to want to go to the club. I didn't really want to be there. You see what I'm saying? And when I did want to be in the club, it was only because I was numbing myself anyway. So now I don't even think about club life anymore. I don't even think about drinking and pouring up a cup all the time. I don't think about these things anymore. Um, my thoughts are very rarely negative now. So, you know, what I'm saying is gardening is healing for me. I think it's healing for a lot of people. I think it's something that everybody that everybody that's looking for something more should try. If you're okay with the way your life is, then don't. But mentally, I think it's a wonderful stimulant. It's a wonderful hobby to have. Also, it's wonderful to be able to feed your family and know where everything is coming from. Know what you're putting in there. You know what I'm saying? Know what you're if if you use a um something to kill pests, you may use neem oil, or you may go in the kitchen and mix up your own, or you may buy something. You know what you put in your garden. You know what you're doing, right? Versus something that's coming from someone else that you have no idea. When I go to the store and I buy fruits and vegetables, a lot of times I'm like, I wonder what they put on it. You know what I'm saying? I wonder where they grew it at, and I do that. I still buy stuff like cherries and something bit me. Yeah, something bit me. It's itching. I do buy stuff like cherries and things like that, but it's only because I don't grow those yet. Now I have a large variety of food growing, and I'm steadily adding to the garden because um, I'm growing, right? The inner workings of me are growing. The inner workings are growing. Therefore, I have to keep growing around me. Now we have planted fruit trees and figs. We planted fig trees, plum trees, apricot trees, apple trees. And I do plan on getting more because I want a couple of persimmon trees, and oh, I have some citrus trees grow. You can't see that. You can't see that, right? The white buckets are citrus trees. There's Mexican lime. There's Mayer lemon. I have to get some orange trees. I do not have those yet. And I also have elderberry trees growing. It's three different elderberry trees. So the whole point of me even running my mouth over here, flapping my jaws, and taking up your time is to tell you that gardening is healing if you choose it. You know what I'm saying? Because also, besides gardening being healing and you choosing it, you're choosing hard work. You are choosing, and I'm just being honest, you are choosing to get down into the soil, to the dirt. You're choosing dirty fingernails. You're choosing broken fingernails. You're choosing frustration. You're choosing sweat. Uh, it it ain't easy. So I'm not gonna sit up here and make it like it's some fantasy. It's not. Gardening is hard, and the more you do, the harder it is. That's my life, right? I have, for my life, I have did the ugly crying. I did the weeding out and the pruning of my life. I have certain boundaries. Like, I do not allow certain things where I lay my head at. There is certain people that I will never let where I lay my head at. No. You see what I'm saying? That's how I gotta be with your garden. If you see a certain pest in your garden, you're gonna get rid of that sucker, right? Same thing with people in your life. If people trigger pain, if people do things to betray you or to harm or hurt you, get rid of them. It love don't love nobody. My granny used to say that. My mom used to tell me. My granny used to say that. I never understood that until I had been betrayed so many times, till I had been hurt so many times. Love don't love nobody. So, and also, you can't expect you from other people. So if you're a loving person and you have given your all to people and they continue to do something to harm you, be a gardener in your life. Be a gardener in your life and start pruning and plucking and getting rid of these folk. You know what I'm saying? Making your life hurt. Making you hurt. Anyway, I don't want to babble too long because I'm over 8 minutes over here just running my mouth because I can go on this topic. Let me tell you, I can talk so much about this topic. I didn't want to just make some garden video where I'm sitting up here trying to act like I'm some professional, because I'm not. I'm not. I still make gardening mistakes. I'm still learning as I go. I learn as I do something. So for me, there was no way somebody was gonna tell me how to garden and I was just gonna start gardening and get it right. That ain't how it go. That's fantasy stuff, right? Maybe it's somebody out there that can get it like that. I'm not built like that. I got to get my hands dirty and do it. I got to make mistakes and learn from them. That's how it is in our lives. You know what I'm saying? So be a gardener in your life. That's my advice. And grow something. Get you your favorite thing to eat, your favorite fruit or vegetable, and start there. If you want to garden, start with the favorite thing and treat you like you treat that plant. If you love that food and you're gonna want to see that food grow, treat you like you treat it, and it will thrive. So I hope that that helps somebody. And that's just me giving a little spiel about why I love the garden as well. Leave a comment if you have a question or anything like that. And I'm about to fill these beds and get sweaty, get my fingernails dirty. Oh, what's that sound? Oh, the squirrels over there wrestling up on the branch. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Be blessed. Bye.